Good evening, Doctor. Our topic is about the 2024 presidential debate. This is our title of the analysis, Pragmatic Strategies in Political Discourse, a case study of the 2024 U.S. presidential debate. These are our group members, and my name is Zhang Liping. My metric number is GS71524, and I'm responsible for Part 1 and Part 5. Okay, let's look at the content of the analysis. This page is about the video. Due to time constraint, I will not play the video. So if doctor want to watch the video, you can copy the link of the video in our research project on the Future Plus. This is about the Part 1 introduction. This page is about the description of the video. This study analyzes a 5-minute segment from the 2024 U.S. presidential debate, focusing on immigration policies and veterans' welfare. The discussion begins with a question to former President Trump about his deportation plan, escalating into a broader debate on policy effectiveness, crime rates, and veterans' support. Both candidates employ pragmatic strategies to defend their positions and criticize their opponent. Okay, this page is about the reason why we choose the video. There are two reasons. The first one, the discourse contains direct and indirect speech acts, instances of implication and faith-threatening acts mitigated through political strategies. The second one, the frequent use of dixes and reference resolution enriches the analysis, as both candidates rely on person, spatial, and temporal dixes to frame their arguments. For instance, in this video, Trump's use of they and these people refers to undocumented immigrants, which serves to emphasize his critique of current immigration policies, while Biden counters by leveraging his personal narrative to establish credibility and empathy. This page is about the objective of our analysis. This study aims to examine how pragmatic phenomena, speech acts, dixes, implication, and political strategies are used to navigate faith-threatening acts and construct persuasive arguments in competitive discourse. The analysis provides insights into how language shapes political communication in high-stakes settings. Okay, that's all.
And then I will talk about discussion and reflection. The first one is Greece cooperative principle. Both Trump and Biden violate relevance. Trump avoids immigration to talk about crime and veterans, while Biden shifts to legislative achievements. Trump's unclear language also faults clarity. Second is policeness theory. Both use face-threatening acts. Trump attacks Biden's policies, while Biden defends himself by highlighting achievements and questioning Trump's credibility. The third one is relevance theory. Biden's attention to veterans demonstrates care and ability, and sharing personal experience can arouse everyone's sense of responsibility, which can increase the credibility of his words. And in American political debates, directness and aggressiveness are often seen as signal of credibility. This debate shows how political speech prioritizes persuasion over cooperation, using context and discourse strategies to influence public opinion.
Hello doctor, hello everyone. My name is Yifan and my metric number is GS71932. Today I would like to discuss the crucial role of basics and the reference resolution in communication, particularly in complex situations. Whether in a presidential debate, everyday conversations, or a courtroom setting, these linguistic tools help us interpret intentions and create discourse. What is dixis? Dixis refers to words or phrase whose meaning rely on the context in which they are used, such as I, here, and now. It is categorized into three main types. The first one is person deixis, refers to the speaker, listener, or others. For example, you, he, I, this. The second one is spatial deixis, refers to locations, for example, here, there, and the third one is temporary deixis, refers to time, for example, now, yesterday, and so on. We can see the first one, person deixis in communication. For example, you said that you are going to carry out. This is compare addressing Trump. And he opened the borders, Trump referring to Biden, and my son spent a year in blah blah. This is Biden referring to his son. So accurate resolution ensures clarity in attributing statements and responsibilities to character individuals, and misunderstanding this reference could lead to confusion about who said.
Good afternoon, Doctor, and my name is Zhang Mengci. My matrix number is GS71786. So the part I will introduce is about the gross cooperative principle and its maxims, which are quality, quantity, relation, and manner. So there are four maxims proposed by Grace. So now let's take a quick look of this. The first one is the maximum of quantity. It refers to the amount of information provided. And next one is the maximum of quality. What is said should be true. And third one is the maximum of relevance. The last one is the maximum of manner. Say what you want to say clearly, especially avoid ambiguity, be orderly, or be brief. And the examples. So I chose two examples, two violated examples from the debates, and two observed example. So let's take a look of this one. This one is the violated one. So this example violated maximum of quantity, which is providing the right amount of information. So the Trump state. They are living in a luxury hotel in New York City, and other places and veterans are on the street. So they here means the migrants. So this sentence simply means migrants are living in luxury hotels while the veterans are on the street. So the Trump provides this information. Actually, the main issue should be talked now is the immigration issues, but the Trump has changed these issues into veteran issues. Maybe he think the veteran issues is the Biden's weakness, and he want to attack his weakness. Okay, so he provides these excessive and irrelevant details while discussing these immigration issues. And the irrelevant details aims to provoke outrage by contrasting the living conditions of migrants with those of veterans, framing Biden's policy as unfair. And this overloading of information can confuse the audience or distract from the main argument, but still serves a persuasive purpose by creating an emotional narrative. And this one is the same example as the last one, but I think it also violated the maxim of relevance, because the Trump does not explain how or why migrant housing directly result in veterans being on street. Okay, these two issues does not have any actual relationship. So making this making the statement irrelevant to a factual discussion. And he is implying that the Biden's administration is prioritizing migrants over Americans' veterans. The contrast he presents is emotionally charged, encouraging the audience to feel the government policies are unfairly favoring non-citizens. This emotionally driven statement may strongly resonate with Trump's supporters, reinforcing their belief that government resources are misallocated. And next one is about the examples of observed. And in this part, the first example is from the Biden statement. So the Biden states, "My son spent a year in Iraq, living next to one of those burn pits, come back with stage 4 glioblastoma." And I think this examples observe the maxim of relevance of relation. And before I explain it, I want to explain this words, the stage 4 glioblastoma. This is a kind of disease that when you come back war and living next to the burn pits when you are in the war. So you may get this disease when you come back from the war. Okay, so this statement directly relates to the topic of veterans' health and welfare policy. So I think since the Trump has changed the immigration issues into the veteran issues, so I think the main issues should be talked now is the veteran issues. And Biden's this statement has appealed to the veteran issues. So I think it observed the maxim of relation. Okay, and for the implicator part, by sharing a personal experience, Biden connects the issues to his own life, demonstrating a deep understanding and emotional commitment. And this statement truly enhances Biden's credibility and portray him as empathetic and relatable. It strengthens his policy position on veterans' health while resonating emotionally with voters who prioritize veterans' welfare. So if I was an audience who was listening to this debate, and I hear that Biden has made such a statement like this, his son was sent to the Iraq war and come back with that bad disease, and I would think the president now, the Biden is a nice one. Maybe I will vote for him. Okay. And the last one is also the Biden's statement, which observed the maxim of quantity, which is providing the right amount of information. So he also states the veterans are the hell of a lot of better off since I passed the PACT Act. 1 million of them now have insurance. So the 1 million of them, he refers to the 1 million of veterans have insurance. Okay, and I also want to explain this one, the PACT Act. Actually, this is an act that is Biden's administration's made, which is to protect the health care and welfare of Americans veterans. So for the implicator part, the Biden aims to provide sufficient and specific information to highlight his administration's achievement for veterans. And by mentioning concrete numbers, he underscores the scale of the impact and his personal contribution. And this explicit details strengthens Biden's credibility and position him as a knowledgeable and action-oriented on veterans issues without doubt. This adherence to the maxim of quantity appeals to the voters, who is seeking the concrete result. Okay, that's all for my part. And next, I will pass to my partner, Xinyu. Thank you.
This part is about platinum strategies. My name is Liping, and my metric number is GS71524. Both candidates employ a mix of platinum strategies to manage faith-threatening acts and uphold their public image during the heated debate. Platinum strategies are used to formulate messages in order to save the hearer's positive and negative face when faith-threatening acts are inevitable or desired. Brown and Levinson outline four main types of platinum strategies: direct, indirect, negative platinums, and positive platinums. Okay, this page is about positive platinum strategies. This is an example about Biden to the audience about his son's experience in Iraq. My son spent a year in Iraq living when the next one of blah blah blah. John Biden appeals to shared values by narrating a personal story about his son's military service. This narrative not only humanizes his stance on veterans' welfare, but also seeks to connect emotionally with the audience. By using these positive planning strategies, Biden has brought himself and the veterans and their families closer and makes the audience feel that they and their president have common values and life experiences. Biden further uses inclusive language to emphasize collective effort, framing his administration's policies as aligned with public interest. This is the sentence from Biden. We have done more for veterans. This page is about negative platinum strategies. Negative platinum strategies are evident when candidates address sensitive topics without directly offending the opponent. They focus on minimizing the imposition or threat to the listener's negative face, their desire to be autonomous and unimpeded. One feature about native platinum strategies is indirectness, indirectly stating requests or criticisms to avoid confrontation. Example in the video, Trump repeatedly uses vague or general references such as they are killing on people and Biden migrant crime to critique Biden's immigration policies without directly accusing him of negligence. This indirectness reduces the faith-threatening act by shifting the focus from Biden personally to broader, less specific concerns, softening the critique and reducing the attack's intensity. Okay, this page is also about the negative platinum strategies. The second feature, impersonalization, avoiding direct personal pronouns to such as you or I to make statements more neutral. Example in the video, that was a made-up quote. Suckers and losers. They made it up. It was in a third-way magazine that's feeling like blah blah blah. Trump uses vague references such as they made it up and it was in a third-way magazine to shift the blame to an unspecified third party rather than directly targeting individuals. By avoiding direct confrontation, this indirectness reduces the faith-threatening act and shows respect for listeners' negative face, which desires freedom from imposition. Okay, this page is about face-saving mechanisms. Face-saving mechanisms refer to strategies, both linguistic and non-linguistic, that individuals use in communication to minimize the negative impact of faith-threatening acts on themselves or others. These mechanisms aim to protect or restore faith, a person's public self-image in social interactions. There are some examples in the video. The first one, that was a made-up quote. By outright denying the accusations, Trump directly defended his face and credibility, countering the negative impact of the claims. The second one, it was in a third-rate magazine that's failing. By shifting responsibility to an external and reliable source deflects attention away from himself and diminishes the legitimacy of the allegations. This reduces the direct threat to his face. And the last one, we had 19 people that said I didn't say it. By presenting external support and factual evidence, Trump strengthens his defense, bolstering his office by portraying himself as credible and trustworthy. Okay, let's look at the next part.
My name is Xinyu. My metric number is GS70809. And I will show the speech acts and felicity conditions. The first one is directives and expressives. Compares as the moderator is qualified to ask questions. Trump as a candidate has the authority to answer them. And the opening question about deportation policies. The purpose is eliciting information or clarification from Trump. The compare generally seeks clarity and assume Trump has a detailed plan or stance. Trump's response diverges into unrelated topics, avoiding a direct answer. And the second one is commissives. Trump's statement. Trump as a candidate has the authority to discuss and commit to deportation policies. He seems to strongly intend action. The use of words like destroy our country attempts to stir up the emotions of the audience and thus convey his sincerity. But the claim lacks detailed evidence and could be challenged as an exaggeration. Trump hopes that these words will make people nervous and encourage them to vote for him. And the third one is expressives. Biden's response. Biden as a father has the right to defend his son and response to Trump's comments. Biden's emotional connection to the statement is evident, showing genuine feelings. His son's experience is real, and he tried to define veterans through facts and blame Trump's. The last one is assertives. Biden as a candidate is qualified to present the record and make claims regarding veterans' welfare. Statement appears sincere, particularly given the confidence in tone and the specific outcomes he claims, and the claims are backed by actual data, adding credibility and the audience trust and support for him.
So, in conclusion, this analysis explored pragmatic phenomena in a conversation involving political discourse, focusing on speech acts, dixis, implicature, and politeness strategies. The study identified various speech acts, including directives, expressives, and commissives, demonstrating the speaker's intentions and strategies in addressing sensitive topics like immigration and veterans' welfare. The expressions were crucial in expressing the conversation's spatial and temporal context, while violations of grace marks generated conversational implicatures that shape the debate's tone and direction. For instance, the intentional flaunting enhanced persuasiveness or dismissiveness. Politeness strategies revealed how facing threatening acts were released or enlarged, reflecting power dynamics and cultural norms in political exchanges. The findings offer insight into the use of language as a tool or influence in high-risk communication. Future research could examine a broader range of political interactions to better understand how pragmatic strategies vary across contexts or cultures. Thank you.